Welcome back to Emilee's Paper Caper. I'm assembling my coffee-themed junk journal tomorrow for the National Coffee Day collaboration. I'll show you the completed journal and we'll embellish it. I've been stamping a lot of coffee-themed things and creating coffee-themed twin cheese and tags to put inside the journal. It's going to be a 6 signature journal, and we need to prepare the cover. I have this old textbook, and the binding is absolutely just not worth saving. It is old and crusty and chipping, and since I have 6 signatures, I need a wider spine, so I have cut a spine to put between the front and back covers, and we will just step through this together. I do very basic 3-hole pamphlet stitching, and if you're newer to creating books and journals, this might be a technique that you want to try. First thing to do is to get that really icky old spine out of there. It is falling apart. It's terrible. And now we will go ahead and assemble the cover set. I'm going to create a hidden spine, so when I sew the signatures, I'll sew them onto this card and then it'll get glued inside. So keep watching and we will show you how I do that. I'm going to use some black painter's tape. And I want to leave about 1/8 of an inch between the front cover and the spine and the spine and the back cover. This will allow the spine to fold nicely. This was an old business textbook. The inside pages of the book lost a long time ago. No idea where they are. We found this book cover, textbook cover, when we were cleaning out the garage. And I saw it and I said, I'll make a junk journal with it. I think it's kind of interesting. Safe methods of business. But it's becoming a coffee-themed journal now. Okay, we can set this aside now. You can see that it's going to be a nice size. We're going to turn our attention to sewing in the signatures. I've marked the center and then marks for where the stitching will go. So 3-hole punch, 3-hole pamphlet stitch on each signature. Now that I have holes on this side, I'm going to turn it over and just give another push. This will really help when I do sew the signatures in. It'll help make sure that the holes are easier to find with the needle. Okay, now we need to punch holes in the center of each signature. I'm going to open to the center, and we are going to use a little pencil, just mark where each hole goes. And then we're going to just put a hole right through that whole signature. side to make sure it went all the way through, and it did. So we need to do this 5 more times. Okay, here we are. We have the spine ready to go, and I've done all my 3-hole pamphlet stitch, added the signatures to the inside spine, and I realized after I started sewing I meant to put 6 signatures, but I only put 5. That's okay. If you've never done a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, I have a video that will step you through it. I will link to it up in the card, so check that out. Now we're going to glue this. This is called a hidden spine because the sewing will not show on the outside of the book. I will decorate the spine in tomorrow's coffee collaboration, and I will also add more to the inside pages because I have prepared all kinds of coffee themed things to include in this book. But for this video, my last step is to glue in this signature. So I am going to give a very healthy layer of glue. I'm using Beacon 3-in-1 glue, and I just want to be very generous because I want this to stay intact. I usually do not do hidden spines. I usually do a spine that will show the stitching on the outside. So I thought it would be fun to do this. And just trying to center it. I will get some binder clips to kind of hold that in place. Hopefully it will be nice and glued down. Let me know if you have any questions. Can't wait to see all the videos tomorrow on the National Coffee Day Crafters Collaboration. Come back tomorrow and see the completion of this junk journal. It's all coffee themed. Keep on scrapping and paper crafting.